Hey guys, it's your girl Nikki. Today I'm going to be showing you some beginner's yoga, just in case you haven't gotten the chance to get into it yet. It's a great workout. It's my preference during the winter because obviously you can be inside. So yeah, we're going to start with some beginner's poses and let's have fun. First we're going to start with butterfly, and butterfly pose really opens up your hips. So it's a really good one and I love it. So if you are, all the way in here, that's great. If you're out here, that's good too. Wherever you're comfortable, that's where you should be. So just kind of push your legs downward like that. Hold it for a little bit. You can also do your little dance, work into the pose because you make it you. And once you get a little, warmed up with this, you can start bending forward, but make sure your back is straight. You don't want to bend over like this. You want to have your back straight because obviously you're not stretching as much if you're like this. So keep your back straight and move forward just as far as you possibly can. Don't push yourself too hard. You don't want any pulled muscles. I also want to state that I am not a professional at this, but it is a really big hobby of mine. Love yoga. I've been doing it for probably 5 or 6 months now. Pretty regularly, at least weekly, sometimes even up to twice a day. So, okay. Now that's all stretched out. Kick your feet, get your legs warmed up. And you're going to point your toes and keep your back straight again and bend forward. Now, if you can't bend and touch your toes, that's totally fine. If all you can do is bend and touch your shins, that's fine too. So you bend as far as you possibly can without straining yourself. And keep your back straight. And make sure your breathing is slow and steady during all of this. That is a main part of yoga, is your breathing. You never want to be breathing while you're doing yoga. That's not, calming. You're wanting to calm your body, and breathing into stretches actually helps your muscles loosen. So breathe in and breathe out. And as you breathe out, you can go deeper into the pose. Okay, and when you're ready, sit back up, kind of wiggle yourself loose there, and I'm going to do something that is considered fire toes. That's the pose. This pose can make people angry sometimes because it is a really good release of tension, and sometimes, tension in muscles can make you feel angry. So there's that, but you will not feel that anger later. So what you're going to do is you're just going to sit back on your toes, put your hands on the mat, and make sure that you're putting pressure on your toes, but not too much. You don't want, too big of a stretch. Just put some pressure there. And if you, if you can't go back here, that's fine. Just sit right up and wiggle into it. I like to dance a little bit. So make sure that you're stretching those toes, and sometimes the bottom of the feet will stretch as well. Okay. And then we're going to go from there to stretching right in here. Because when you get into poses like down dog and, whatnot, those muscles are going to need to be loosened. So, okay. So from there, put your hands back and rock up. And don't rock too hard. Still don't want to strain ourselves. You can hold it or you can keep rocking, whatever is most comfortable for you. And when you're ready, you can Okay, and now I'm going to do some cat-cow. These are one of my favorite poses because I have some back problems. Nothing too severe, but it does really help your back. And I'm going to start actually with sitting cat-cow, and then we will go to hands and knees. So, sitting cat-cow, you're just going to cross your legs, sit normally, and breathe. And curl forward. And then come back. And you want to try to keep your feet near the floor there, but you're curling your back so that it stretches that back muscle. And then come back. And make sure you're just breathing with these. Okay, and now we can move to hands and knees. And we're going to do the same thing, except on our hands and knees. So, breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and out. We'll do one more time. In and out. Okay. And now we're going to go into down dog, which is a pretty popular yoga pose. You go from your hands and knees to this, which I'll explain to you. You should be looking past your feet or your knees, and you should be reaching your hips up to the air. So it's not you leaning forward into your hands, it's pushing back and lifting your hips to the air. Now, not everybody can get their heels down, and that's fine. Just go as far as you can. And breathe. And then we're going to go from there to stepping forward. And this is a lunge. This also stretches your hips and right in here, in your groin area, I guess. And just like anything else, if you can't go too far down, that's fine. If you can, great. But we're going to go from lunge to pigeon pose. Like this. And beginners, this can be difficult. If you can't do this, just stay in lunge position. If you can, awesome. And you can just sit up and breathe. And of course, you can wiggle into it if you want. Now, if you can move down farther with your body, then you are able to do that. Awesome. If not, totally fine. Keep breathing. And come up. And in order to get out of that, you will tuck your toes back here and step up into down dog. And you can pedal out. Sometimes it's easier on the hamstrings that way. Okay, and the other side. Oh, we're going to do lunge first, my bad. Put your leg down, do lunge. The farther down you can get, the more it stretches. If you can't go that far, that's okay. And breathe through that. And then go from lunge to pigeon pose. And once again, if you can be down here, then awesome. If not, just do what you're comfortable with. step back into down dog. Now, this is beginners, so if you cannot do this, this is totally normal. But if you do want just a little bit more, you can go into dolphin pose, which is, instead of down dog, like this, you put your forearms down. But if you cannot do that, then down dog is perfectly normal. Okay, and then from down dog, we're going to go down to our knees, our hands and knees. And, okay, for stretching the lower back, you put your legs together and bend straight forward. If you want more of a hip stretch, you can do this. And this is called child's pose. Those are the two ways to do it. I personally, like I said, have some back issues, so I like to put my legs together and do child's pose. And you just reach forward and stretch way out. And you can do this for as long as you feel necessary. Some people have a harder time coming out of these poses, so they stay in them longer. And when you're ready, you can push up. And I feel relaxed already. So, come to the center of your mat, wherever you're at, and we're going to finish this off by bringing our arms up, overhead, down to the heart. Namaste. Peace.